Hi guys, this is a bit of an October update on the Wisteria pruning. Do my pruning now, and then once the leaves are off over the winter I'll do another prune again. More of that later. So what we're going to do today is just to take off these long bits that we don't want. Anything that's long that we don't want, like that. And all these bits that are now going up and up and up and up into the roof, we'll take those right back to within about 6 or 7 inches of the main stem down there where all the green foliage is, avoiding the television aerials and the electrical cables, etc, etc, so we don't want to chop those off, otherwise we're going to end up with very, very spiky hair and it ain't going to do us much good. And here we've got another few bits and pieces which are now sticking way out. We've got plenty of foliage and runners across the metalwork that we put up, the wire structure we put up some years ago. So we're going to cut these bits back to within about 6 or 7 inches of the main stem. But as we come round here, it gets slightly more interesting. Not a lot, but slightly more. In so much as there is some greenery, some long strands of greenery coming around here. That all looks a bit wibbly wobbly, but the critical thing is that we've now got a nice new fresh piece of greenery coming from there, which is now finding its way along the rest of that wire. So obviously we want to keep that, and then we'll tie that into the wire, and then that will form more branches and then ultimately more flowers. Not actually that much to take off this year, but this is the before, and then I'll photograph it again in a few minutes when I've taken these long runners off, and you can see hopefully what has come off. As I say, avoid the TV aerial wires and the ordinary wires, otherwise spiky hair. Sometimes, I don't know whether you can see this, but sometimes in amongst the other undergrowth you see these very long stems that go often all the way around a house, and there it is poking out there. The whole of that can come off right the way back to the main stem because we don't want it. If you do want it for your structure, if you're starting to establish a wisteria, well, keep it and tie it into your wire. But as I say, this is an established wisteria, so we don't really need that one, so we'll get rid of it. These bits are now gone, so hopefully that should be better, and hopefully we should get some bigger and better flowers this year. This is the finished article. Not a great deal different, but at least it's taken most of the bits off that are going up towards the roof and the wires, etc, etc. So this is the wisteria I've taken off the front of this wisteria attached to the side of the house. Some of these are about 4 meters or so long, but having taken them off, it'll put more of the power into the plant and the remaining plant and the flowers. So we'll hopefully get bigger, more beautiful flowers come the spring. So don't be frightened to take these long bits off if they're of no use to you. If they are usable, i.e. that they're following the lines of